Okay guys, how are we doing? This is our first video of the year, so we're going to go ahead and walk through this. We're going to walk through this in class too. So this video goes with your 1A notes, how to write a historical identification. Remember, when you're working with a YouTube video, you can pause it at any time you want to. So you can always do that if you need to stop and write. You can also go back if you need to. Alright, so what is an identification? An identification is a single paragraph that's going to briefly explain why a given topic or what a given topic or term is and why it's historically significant. So you're going to tell me why something is important and what it is. I use this is an assessment tool where you're going to show me how much you know. When you see a multiple choice question and you get it right, you aren't necessarily proving to me as the teacher, as an evaluator, that you know the material. You are proving to me that you may have heard something somewhere along the way and you're able to pick something that sounded familiar correctly. By being able to write it in paragraph form, you show me a higher level of understanding. And that is what we're going for here this year. So for an example, and I'll brown nose a little bit here, Dr. Michael Bishop was the principal of Patriot High School when it opened in 2011. He previously worked at Lee Davis High School near Richmond. He is significant because he established a strong educational community that is on the cutting edge of leadership education and implementation of technological use in the classroom. So that's going to tell you a little bit about him. I'm not saying that yours need to be that detailed or that in depth, okay? But it will say who he is, why he's significant, and a couple of facts about him. So that checks off all of those boxes. Now, structure for an identification is going to be real simple. There's going to be a topic sentence that identifies the term and explains its importance, and then 1 to 3 additional facts about the person or term. I know you guys have 3 bullet points. We're only using 2. Mr. Nolan forgot to change his note sheet. So, essentially, guys, I'm asking you to show off. I want you to show what you know. So if you know a lot about something, please keep writing. Don't stop. Throw me everything you know. Okay? I want you guys to be history nerds. Nerds should be a compliment in this class. Okay? So please, by all means, if you know something and you know a lot about it, tell me what you know. Show off. When we do these on assessments, we might have like 2 of them. So maybe 4 max. There's not going to be many on an assessment very much. Practice. So let's do a little practice here. So I want you guys in your table groups to take a minute, and you can discuss this with your neighbors, and I want you to do Taylor Swift. And we're going to go ahead and pause the video now so that you can do that. Alright, so now you guys have done a couple of yours. We've seen how it is. This is what I had. Taylor Swift is a pop music star who has produced numerous hits. She originally broke in as a country music singer. It's that simple. You identified who she is, what she's significant for, her number of hits, and then there's a fact about her. She originally broke in as a country music singer. If you know more, go right ahead. She has blonde hair. She is feuding with whoever. She wrote Bad Blood. She likes to shake it off sometimes. Whatever you want to do. You can elaborate more. But this right here is fine. That's a 100. Okay? We're going to do one more practice one real quick. Ronda Rousey. If you guys don't know who Ronda Rousey is, ask a table mate. One of them should. And we're going to go ahead and pause the video while you do these yourselves. Alright, and here's a look at what I have. Ronda Rousey is a UFC fighter who is undefeated and is dominating the sport. She has won most of her bouts in under a minute. She is currently feuding publicly with Floyd Mayweather. And for those of you who don't know that feud, it's over the fact that she's pretty sure in an ultimate fighting competition in MMA, she could beat Floyd Mayweather. And yeah, she actually could. No boxer will ever beat a mixed martial artist in mixed martial arts. Alright, so you guys understand the structure. It's really, really not that hard. I'm not asking for a whole lot in depth. Here's how it's going to be graded on tests or summative assessments. You'll get 3 points for the correct identification, so identifying the person or event correctly. 1 point for having why it's significant. Now here's what I'll tell you guys. You can do this in 1 sentence. It's not required that you do it in 1 sentence, but it is possible to do in 1 sentence. And then I'll give you another point for additional facts present. So if we look back at this one here, in that first sentence here, I identified who she was. She's a UFC fighter And I said why she's significant. She is undefeated in dominating her sport. That sentence alone is worth 4. Plus the rest here would be worth 1. So I would get 5 points total. Okay? Each of these is worth 5 points. So it's possible if you write a good first sentence that identifies what something is and why it's significant, and you've got 4 out of your 5 right there in one sentence. This is not the most stressful thing in the world. Again, by all means, if you want to write 7 sentences, write 7 sentences. All right, so now what we're going to go ahead and do, hopefully we understand this. Now what we're going to go ahead and do is I want you to do a little practice, and you're going to do 4 on your own. Now I would like you to pull, we're going to take Bishop off the list because we did him as a group. We'll put Kanye in there. I would like you to do 4 people off of this list. If you don't know 4 people off of this list, that's fine. I understand that, okay? In that case, pick someone who you know you can do. The idea is I want you to be able to write 4 very good ones. I want you to do this on your own first, and then once you're done doing it on your own, we're going to share around the table, and then we're going to share as a class. Go ahead and start, and the video's over for now.